I promise this isn't a continuing theme, picking covers that sort of match with my clothes. Anyway, this is definitely orange, and my top is red. So this is NLP for children. It's actually one of my favourite books. It came about because I'd written Be a Happier Parent. It was published by, still is published by Hodder. And I wrote it to share everything that I'd learned about how to use NLP with your children. And it was a book for parents. And it was very successful. It's still around now, and I'm about to make an audiobook actually of it. But I said to Hodder, I think what we really need is a book for kids so that they can learn, like a sort of junior NLP type book, something that's very basic for them to be able to help them with sort of exercises and things like that. Well, they said that wasn't the sort of thing they do. And luckily, I found MX Publishing. That's MX Publishing. And they very kindly took me on and supported me in writing the Engaging NLP series. The term Engaging NLP was very much meant to reflect the idea of this being, these workbooks being something you would engage with. You know, I mean, children really aren't encouraged to sort of write in their books and scribble and use highlighter pens and draw and things like that, are they? But this is one that you can. So it's about engaging with it. So this book is for primary school age, sort of really, I would say, sort of 5 to maybe about 10. The next book is the Engaging NLP for Tweens, which takes you 10 to 14. So this is like a first experience really of NLP. So it starts off really with some sort of what I've called worksheets, which is for them to discover how they learn. I mean, quite useful to know how you learn, isn't it? So do you learn through what you see? Are you visual? This is like Vicky for visual. And then there's Andy, who is auditory. So do you learn by hearing? Do you notice what you hear particularly? And then the next one, of course, if I can get my page right, is Kevin, who's kinesthetic, you know, the sort of type of child who's very fidgety, can't sit still, constantly told off in school for fidgeting and so on. So that would be a kinesthetic child who's sort of all about movement and so on. And it goes on then to talk about how do you process your world. So are you big chunk or small chunk? Do you like just the general idea, or do you like you have to have all the details? Sort of a bit more scientific, the sort of small chunk. So there's a quiz there, you know, so if children can do the quiz. Then are you choices or process? Do you like to have choices about everything? I mean, unfortunately in life, we don't always have choices, but knowing whether you're choices or process helps you realise, say if you find it difficult to make a decision, well, maybe you're just not a choices person. You just want to just get on with whatever you want to do. Towards or away from, again, there's a little quiz there. Are you towards or away from? Do you focus on what you do want or the absence of what you don't want? Then we've got a worksheet on making friends, looking for sort of familiarity, for similarity, for things that you have in common. So I've got sort of a place there where they can draw a picture of their friend and what they like about their friends. So we've got lots of stuff there about that. This one is about how to feel happy again. It talks you through how to do anchoring, how to use an NLP anchor to set up something, some sort of action. Let's say it's like a this or a thumbs up that you associate with the state of being happy, so that when you're not happy, you can use it. And obviously you have to set it up to start with. So there's all sorts of things like that. The next one is about confidence. So there's Chris the crocodile, talking about confidence. And there's all sorts of things like that. There's another one here, coping with change and grief and loss. You know, if you have a child that's maybe missing their grandpa, grandma, nanny, whoever, whatever you call. I think I'm going to be granny. And then there's one on goals. And then controlling your mood. Sometimes it's easier for a child to read about something like that, to learn how to control their mood, drawing pictures of when they're feeling in a mood or whatever, than it is for an adult, for a parent to help. So yeah, that covers all those sort of things there. There's probably other stuff, coping with criticism, you know, whether they're in the right or the wrong. And I think we end up with something to do with nothing. That was it. Sorry. There's just so much in there. I sort of thought, oh, there must be more than that. I think there's something about what skills you have, but that must be in one of the sections that I've just flicked through. So this book is available on, obviously on Amazon. It's available through my website, judybartkowiak.com. At the moment, there are still copies available, but I am in the process of updating it. I'm not going to actually update the content because this, you know, the content's fine and it's very popular with children of that age and with parents actually. But some of the contact details aren't really up to date because I've had a new website since then. And also I've trained some time ago, 2018, in EFT tapping. So the next series will be engaging NLP and EFT. So, but I do still have copies of these available, and there are definitely some on Amazon. So do pick up one for your 5 to 10-year-old. Get in touch with me if I can help you at all. There's free contact details, 30-minute free consultation on my website that you can book. But yeah, do tell me what you think of the book, what your kids think of it.